headphones in and let music take you to a different place? Maybe you're going for a walk or refocusing your mind. If so, you may know that this can be very peaceful and a good way to recenter your mind and take control of your thoughts. As students, it is important that we are able to refocus our thoughts as many of us are taking multiple classes. This recentering can be for 5 minutes or even an hour. By taking the opportunity to do this, we are able to gather our thoughts and relax our minds, perhaps in between classes or before going to bed. After watching this video, you will understand how music affects mental health, be able to understand the role of music in mental health, and be able to identify the biological effects of music in the brain. I have a question for you. Do you know how music can promote positive mental health? Mentioned in an article by David Victor, music showed to reduce many illnesses, including anxiety, stress, depression, and physical pain. Music is able to reduce these conditions by allowing us to relax and focus on now instead of back then or later. Listening to music is a holistic approach and is even used in psychotherapy to relieve stress and help deal with emotions. The article also mentioned that music can act as a form of self-expression. Have you ever felt very cheerful and free and listened to music that you correlated with these emotions? This is a form of self-expression through music. This can also help people relate to the artist and feel heard by the artist. This is important as listening to music can act as a way to internally release emotions. As students, we must allow ourselves to be free of negative emotions instead of bottling them up and losing sight of our goals. It is quite easy to become overwhelmed when trying to juggle school, work, and social life. By taking a few minutes to listen to a song or sing a song aloud in your head, you can set loose some of these stressful emotions. Several medications, natural treatment options, and lifestyle changes can be supplemented with music to improve mental health. For example, exercise has been shown to improve mental health by improving mood, increasing cognitive clarity, and decreasing both anxiety and depression. Increasing sleep or taking melatonin to relieve insomnia can also improve mental health, as increased or improved sleep has been linked to reduced anxiety and cortisol levels, increased mental clarity and focus, and improved emotional regulation. Meditation and journaling have also been proven to aid in managing stress, increasing resilience, and improving emotional regulation. We just listed some ways that music positively influences mental health, but what are ways that music can negatively influence mental health? While music has been empirically shown to benefit mental health, several maladaptive effects of music on mental health have been identified. Music can amplify negative emotions and increase negative cognitive processes such as rumination. For example, if someone is already experiencing deep sadness or a depressed mood, listening to a sad song or a song that reminds you of your emotions trigger will cause these feelings to intensify. Next, music can distract individuals from tasks at hand, which decreases productivity, sets individuals behind expected progress, and eventually increases anxiety and worsens self-esteem. Finally, some songs, genres, or artists promote or speak of negative behaviors such as alcohol and substance abuse, violence, and self-harm, which can severely harm both physical and mental health if adopted by listeners. We've been talking about the ways music affects mental health, but let's take a deeper look into how music actually affects the brain. What are some of the neurological changes associated with listening to music? Music uses various patterns of tension and resolution that generate different emotions in their listeners. The way the patterns are spread out, they might just meet or completely differentiate from our expectations. All of these changes manipulate the way our brain can handle different complex cognitive processes such as prediction and anticipation. Our orbital frontal cortex becomes overactivated when we listen to music, and especially in those with OCD. Hyperactivity in the orbital frontal cortex has negative effects on the brain. The way music patterns show tension building and releasing changes the activity of the orbital frontal cortex, affecting the changes in our mental health and especially the mental health in those with OCD. Music causes activity to light up almost every part of the brain. The hippocampus and amygdala are activated through emotional responses to music through our memories. The limbic system becomes activated because of the effects in pleasure, motivation, and our reward pathways. Even the motor system in the brain is activated by the way we clap or tap our feet to the rhythms of different music. Music has actually been found to have some surprising clinical implications. Researchers have found that Mozart's Sonata for two pianos in D major can reduce the frequency of seizures in those who suffer from epilepsy. Music is something that provokes a neurological or mental response immediately, which makes it a very good mechanism to create specific experiences in the brain. With different levels of exposure to different types of music, a person's neurons will fire in new and different ways, which changes the way our brain's communication pathways are molded over time. What are some ways music can be used in clinical interventions? There have been clinical and evidence-based uses of music interventions in a type of therapy called music therapy. They are used to accomplish individual goals by professional licensed music therapists, and they address goals in wellness, stress, pain, feelings, memory, communication, physical rehabilitation, and more. Therapeutic music is just a method of listening to relaxing or lifting emotions when needed. It doesn't require a therapist. It's just like listening to relaxing music. Music therapy is a much more specific, goal-based professional intervention. When in music therapy sessions, you can create music, sing, play an instrument, improvise to reflect your feelings in your music, move and listen to music, and discuss lyrics. There are two broad categories of music therapy. They are active interventions, when you have an active role in making music, and receptive interventions, when you listen to music the therapists make and discuss the music to process various emotions or thoughts. There have been many studies done on the ways that music improves our health and our lives. The National Institute of Health has found that music decreases the stress hormone cortisol and in turn decreases heart rate and blood pressure, which decreases the risk of many common health problems like heart disease and hypertension. Music can also increase sleep quality, and 62% of people have used music to help them sleep. Music is helpful for later in life disorders such as dementia, where researchers at Angelia Ruskin University have found that music improves memory recall. Well, why is this important? College students are not known for their perfect lifestyle habits. Most experience a significant amount of stress and do not get a sufficient amount of sleep, according to surveys by the American College Health Association and the CDC. Finding small, easy, and especially cheap ways to manage these common problems are the most effective ways to reach college students, and what could be easier than turning on some music. In addition to decreasing stress and improving sleep, music can improve cognitive function such as memory and attention span. We all need a little more of those. People everywhere use music as an outlet, a way to relax, let go of their worries, and have fun. Music can improve your life through increasing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, and it can increase your social connectedness. So, go talk to your friends about what music you like and listen to some jams together.